Spider-Man and Star-Lord in a Pixar movie? I'm in. Hey film fans, I'm Jack Benner and welcome to my review of Onward. Onward is the latest Pixar film directed by Dan Scanlon, starring the voice cast of Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. This film takes place in a fantasy setting where we follow two elven brothers, Ian, voiced by Tom Holland, and Barley, voiced by Chris Pratt, and their father has passed away when they were very young, but on Ian's 16th birthday, they get a staff, and with that staff, they decide to bring their dad back for one day in a world with no magic left that has evolved with technology. However, only half of him comes back with just his legs, and they have 24 hours to try to get the rest of him back before he disappears. I was looking forward to Onward because it's a Pixar movie. I love Pixar my whole life. I'm always interested to see what they come up with, especially original ideas. And with the trailers of Onward, I was liking the setting, the animation, and the voice cast. Unfortunately, before the pandemic started, I didn't get to see Onward in theaters. I was planning on seeing it in theaters, I really wanted to, but life events kept getting in the way, and then theaters shut down, so I sadly missed it. But then, I decided to watch Onward on streaming on DirecTV Cinema, and I'm glad to say, Onward was really good. First, always absolutely praiseworthy of any Pixar movie is the animation. Just absolutely gorgeous in this film. I really like the world building of this modern day fantasy setting that has evolved with technology rather than magic. I especially love their attention to detail, especially with the landscapes, and some made my jaw drop. And even the look of the creatures like centaurs, unicorns that are like raccoons that dig up trash, and also even a pixie biker gang, and there's even an entertaining sequence with that gang. And Tom Holland and Chris Pratt were terrific as both Ian and Barley. Their voices were perfect for these characters. Ian is a nervous and socially awkward teenager, and Tom Holland does a great job making this character very sympathetic and likable, and you definitely want to root for him throughout this film. And Chris Pratt as Barley, Ian's brother, who is this energetic goofball but also a bit of a troublemaker. And he also believes that these games that are similar to Dungeons and Dragons, and he believes those games are based off real life. But he's not always a goofball, and there were moments in this film where he genuinely cares for his brother and wanting him to succeed. And even though he has little memories of his father, he wants to see his father just as much as Ian does. I really like seeing these opposite characters clash throughout this movie. And not only was this film a fun adventure movie, this film also had a really good heart, especially how it deals with brotherhood and family. This was actually a personal story for Dan Scanlon since he lost his father at a young age, and I can definitely tell that. This film definitely deals with a lot of touching messages about wanting to see a loved one who you haven't seen since you were little, and also getting along with your brother, and I felt like that message particularly hit me hard in this film. Sadly, I have a few minor issues with this film. I'll get to those right now. First, in the beginning, it does take a bit of a while to get going, some minor pacing issues at the beginning. And also, it does have a few predictable moments here and there where I pretty much saw coming. Overall, while not quite my top 10 favorite Pixar movies, Onward is still a fun adventure with gorgeous animation, great voice cast voicing these wonderful characters, and a heartfelt story. And overall, I am going to give Onward 4.5 stars out of 5, equivalent to an A-. If you haven't seen Onward yet, it's on streaming like Video on Demand, DirecTV Cinema, and on Disney+. If you're interested in seeing this film, definitely check this film out. I recommend it. And also, chances are in your house, if you have a box of tissues, get those box of tissues while watching this movie because this movie does have the Pixar feels. So what do you guys think about Onward? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.